kind of a conceptual version of his dual life. What is going on, you venomous air blasts? I'm Chris, and today on Nostalgia Dig, we're going to keep going on bin number 2. We're into it now. We have quite a bit done, and we have a lot more to go. So without further ado, let's dig in. All right, we're going to start here with... I love this so much. This is Skull. His name is Skull from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There were two, I guess you would call them bullies when the Power Rangers were in their high school student form and they were at high school or at the juice bar, Ernie's juice bar. There was two bullies named Bulk and Skull, and they were bumbling, harmless bullies, pretty much. Funny. It's funny that they made it. I get it. You know, they were on many of the episodes, so they're worth making toys of. But it's also funny to think about little kids playing like, you know, oh, the Power Rangers are at school, and here's Bulk and Skull. Hey, what are you doing? I don't know. I may have just run out of things to say about Skull, but I'm still very amused by it. It's just a funny figure. Okay, next we have a Ninja Turtle figure, and I think his name was Genghis Frog. There were two frogs. There was Napoleon Bonafrog and Genghis Frog. One of them was like, I have the other one out. You'll see him later. I think this was Genghis Frog. Interesting choice of names for a character that looks like this. I believe he's a good guy on the side of the Ninja Turtles. He looks like, you know, kind of a surfer dude. I don't know if that's what they were going for. It's got a lot of chains too, so maybe he's more like, I don't know, like from Scarface or something. Yeah, Genghis Frog. I guess, the point I was making is that Genghis Khan, his namesake, was a ruthless warlord who took over like half the world at one point. Not known for being like a fun-loving, brightly colored dude. I think they got on it since all the Ninja Turtles are named after famous artists. They stuck with the historical figure thing with Genghis Frog. A little more of a stretch there. Let's just say I don't dislike him, but he will be on the lower end of my favorite Ninja Turtle figures. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. Absolutely nothing. The sculpt is fine. It's just, you know, you've been watching me in previous videos absolutely fawn over these Ninja Turtle toys and how good they are, and this one doesn't do that for me as much. You know, he's fine. I'll just put it that way. He's just fine. But I don't know much about him other than that, like story-wise, personality-wise, where he came from. That's him, Genghis Frog. Okay, another Gremlins 2 figurine. This one likes M&Ms or Skittles. I'm not sure if that all comes down to whether those dark colored ones are brown or purple. That makes all the difference. I think, like I said, it is high time that I watch Gremlins 2 again, because I don't remember a ton about it. I don't remember this character, but he loves himself some M&Ms. He's got a nice full body mohawk here. And a sweet tooth. Fun toys. Okay. This is a sort of a running theme in these videos of my bin videos, is that there are toys with hairstyles that I altered. And I did this, I would say, when I was a teenager, because I thought it was funny, not when I was a small child. So now we have a little clip-on troll doll with a mohawk, spiky mohawk. Yeah. Okay, next we have Gumby. This is probably the first Gumby that I had, because I remember, because he had a little bit of his wire sticking out here. This is a slightly older Gumby than the other ones I had, but I said in a previous, I think in bin number 1 in one of those videos, talked about Gumby quite a bit, how I got really into it as a teenager. I don't think Gumby was on that much when I was a little kid, but as a teenager it started to be on the air again. And I appreciated it for how weird it was. And I'm sure if I found a Gumby video today, I would still think it was pretty, weird in the best way. Trippy. But this one says Jesco, copyright Prima Toy, no year. Yeah, the other ones I had said copyright Art Clokey, who was the creator of Gumby. So I guess he's moved around to different companies. The rights, I guess, have moved around a little bit. Just a weird clay man with a bunch of clay friends doing weird clay things. I love it. Okay, we have a very small plush bear for the National Wildlife Federation. Copyright 1994 from McDonald's. Okay, interesting. So this was a Happy Meal toy of a little polar bear. Don't know anything else about it other than that, but might have found this one. This might have been a find. Oh, cool. You know, this little micro machine here. This little army tank. Kind of interesting color, blue and gray camouflage. The little wheels on the bottom. Yeah, I would say I have maybe 10 micro machines from when I was a kid. Some of them have already showed up in other videos. I didn't have a ton, but because I wasn't a car kid, and I'm not really a car guy, but micro machines were just so cool that I had to get some because they were really popular. A lot of my friends had them, and that probably had something to do with it too. But yeah, I got a few. I'm glad that I did, because I like to have just a few little ones. This is a really cool little army tank. It does have some stuff written on the bottom, but it is also micro. It's micro writing on a micro machine. Cannot read it. I apologize. I have to get a magnifying glass. I don't have one handy. Right. This is a weapon for Masters of the Universe figure, a He-Man figure. I've told the sad story more than once about how I sold all my He-Man guys, or most all of them, at a garage sale when I was a kid, and how I'm on a quest to get them back, but I apparently didn't sell all of their weapons. So yeah, this would clamp right onto the arm, and there's this little thing here. You press it down, and it just pops forward a little bit. That's the functionality of it. But I think they had a few different crossbows, like different faces on the crossbows. It's fun. I don't know who this goes to. Someone I don't have anymore that I hope to again have someday. I was going to say giant spider, but I think it's actually a fly with the wings ripped off. It fooled me. A dime. I'm going to put that with my change. I'm not putting that back in the... not going to put that back in the bin. Ooh, yes. This is a first on the channel. This is a monster in my pocket. And they are like mussels. If you don't know what mussels are, they're like little plastic wrestlers, like intergalactic wrestlers. But these were more monster based. And I had a few of them. I think they would come in little sets. Which one is this? See the Phantom, like Phantom of the Opera. I think that, like, there's a mask in his hand and he's like ripping off his mask. I think that's what's happening here. But I believe that they came in different colors, like there could be a red or a blue Phantom, and that might determine their rarity level a little bit. And also each package came with a little strip that had the pictures, and each one was awarded a point value. Actually, I might still have that. I feel like I saw it recently. Okay, I just took a look around for that little sheet. Of course, when you need it, you can't find it. But I'll look for it again and show it to you at some point. So yeah, my first monster in my pocket. It just doesn't want to focus on it right now. I don't know what's going on. I just bumped my camera and it's all weird now. Okay, moving on. Okay, next we have, this looks to be, if I had to guess, Peter Parker with a camera. Looks like a kid's meal toy. Copyright 1995 Marvel. That's all it says. Okay, so it looks like he does something here. Oh, I get it. His arm is the functionality here. It's like, yeah, I'm half Spider-Man now. They'll never know. What a weird choice. Yeah, just thinking about that, like, I get it. He's a Peter Parker, mild-mannered photographer for the Daily Bugle. And then he switches to kind of a conceptual version of his dual life. I mean, I guess I know there's constraints. They couldn't easily make him Peter Parker to turn into full Spider-Man. That would have been harder. But just having this sort of idea that he spends part of his life as a superhero named Spider-Man, they're kind of illustrating that in toy form. So, interesting figure. Okay, we have Red Power Ranger driving an ape Zord. And earlier, in one of the earlier videos, we found the Yellow Ranger and what looked like a wolf Zord. So I believe these were kids' meal toys. See if I can find the information here. Copyright 1995 TCFFC. Copyright 1995 Saban. Yeah, I remember that TCFFC. I still don't know what that means. Not sure if it was McDonald's or Burger King, but I'm quite sure it's one of those two. And there's Jason driving his ape Zord. Like I said, I think I have to watch that movie. Maybe I don't have to watch that movie again. Maybe I just have to read about it. I don't know if I'll ever actually watch it again. But he still has his T-Rex on his chest, but then he has an ape sword, and I don't remember the story there. So, yeah, cool. Okay, for this video, we're going to end on this one. We have Boris from Boris and Natasha, or of Boris and Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle. And I think this may have been a hand-me-down toy or something I got when I was so young that I don't really remember getting it. But it's always been sort of omnipresent throughout my childhood. Like, this is just something I remember always being around, even if I didn't really know what he was from, because I didn't watch Rocky and Bullwinkle a lot as a kid. It just wasn't on where I lived much. Yeah, I know that he is, him and Natasha are the villains of that show. They're funny villains. It says, Boris, says it right on his back, Whammo Manufacturing Company, copyright 1972, FAT, J. Ward Productions, made in Hong Kong. A lot of info on there. So yeah, 1972. That's one of the older toys in any of my bins, because that's from before I was born. So most likely from one of my older siblings. Probably my oldest brother. He was the only one that was actually a kid in 1972. Yeah, fun. Boris. And we're going to call it there for today. I might be halfway now. I like to keep you up to date as to how much I've gone through it, how much is left. I kind of like worked my way down on one side, so it's like almost empty on one side, but then there's tons on the other, but it might even out to about half. So lots more videos to go in bin number 2. Expect lots of Ninja Turtles, Marvel, Power Rangers, good stuff. I'm excited to go through what I can see just on the very top of what's left. So if you are enjoying these videos, I encourage you to subscribe. That really does help me very much. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next dig.